All right. Everything seems to be working. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Stephen D. Kelly. This is the Stephen D. Kelly Show. We are Truth Cat Radio, the one and only. The one and only. You know why it's Truth Cat Radio? Because everybody can spell cat. It's a word that you could attach to radio that people can spell. It's like when you're having a .com. The secret to a good .com is something you can spell. What could be easier to spell than cat? The word truth, I mean, it's like fucking Trump. Truth Social, fuck you, you fucking Johnny-come-lately. Truth Cat, you want truth? Truth Cat, fuck Trump. No truth comes out of his mouth. That fucking deceiver, that is all he is good for. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. And you know, just about everything we do now has a lot to do with the disgustingness that comes out of him. And in my life in general right now, aside from all the other personal crap that sucks, you know, I mean, with a lot of it, I'm sure has to do with the big picture, of course. But it's like, who wants to talk about the shit that comes out of Trump's mouth and the policy? I don't really have a title for you. It doesn't really matter. It's Thanksgiving. I could talk about turkey. We probably will do that in a minute. But right now, I got to be efficient because I got some of the guys over there at Tinfoil Hat. You know who you are. Yeah. I know, huh? It's getting late. East Coasters are like, oh man, get it over with. You better say something worthwhile. I'm going to crash. I'm going to go to work. I know. Let me tell you, dudes, I could talk about Bud. We were going to talk about Bud. We were talking about Bud in the group. What a California. It's the kind it is. So let me just stay at that right there. I know all you guys out there. I feel sorry for some of you. Hey, like over there, hey, South Africa. I don't know what your situation is, but welcome. Always good to see you. I wish you'd visit and talk more. I don't hear from you too much. Over there in the UK, I know you guys wrapping that shit in the tobacco. Ugh. Anyway, what can I say? All right. If I can remember some of the crap, I mean, I could talk about what's going on in Ukraine, and I will get to that a little bit because that's important. But you know, Venezuela, what have you. But some of the little things that's coming from Trump right now, and some of the little things that just really gives you a flavor for what's happening that we're trying to ignore, but at the same time, it always ends up to be the same damn thing. And when I always want to present it in such a way that isn't hurtful or prejudiced or well, let's just say the guilty are the guilty and the innocent are not. And there are many that are innocent. So we can't paint with a wide brush as much as you'd like to, but at the same time, for instance, a paper came out talking about Zionism and code words that were used in public that are basically considered hate speech or something anti-Zionist. And there was a list of them, you know, some of them you could expect, like from the river to the sea, Palestine must be free. Then there was, you know, bomb Tel Aviv. Of course, they changed it to strike Tel Aviv. No, it was bomb Tel Aviv, assholes, not strike. Anyway, but one of them that really got me, though, that I think is really important because it just shows you just how retarded and how revisionist these tribes types are when it comes to telling us how to think. They said that the word Khazarian, or the concept of a Khazarian mafia, was nothing but a conspiracy. There was no such thing in this mythical country of Khazaria that lasted for, I don't know what it was, 800 years CE. You notice how they don't say AD. They say CE. AD is after death. You know, it's a reference to Christ, just like BC is before Christ. These are calendar dates that we use to mark changes in time based on Christ. And of course, when you hear people say something like CE to reference the time that came after the death of Christ, you know right away what you're dealing with. They have a problem with the concept of AD. Anyway, they want you to believe that there's no such thing as Khazaria. That was made up. All that stuff is made up. Wild stuff. Obviously, they don't teach that in history books, and obviously it's a very large part of history. It's a big deal. It's kind of like everything that happened after Solomon died. Now, of course, you'd have to read the Old Testament. You'd have to do some studying. You'd have to, who knew there were 19 kings after Solomon? You'd think after Solomon, everything just disappeared. No, it didn't. They burned babies for a good 19 kings after Solomon. Who knew that the country wasn't even ran by the blood of Solomon afterwards? It was ran by a chauffeur or some shit. But either way, point is, this concept of saying that Khazaria isn't real. I mean, if you want to come to me and say, well, Tartaria, that's a figment of someone's imagination, well, that's correct. There is no such thing as Tartaria, never was. There is a Tartaristan, there is certain Tartar people. There are aspects of ancient societies that follow along those lines. Usually they're of the Mongol, Turkic nature, which is interesting when you consider that other people are also of that nature. But to come along and say there's no such thing as Khazaria, and then to go even further and say there's no such thing as a Khazarian mafia. Seriously. First I can say there's no such thing as Khazarian. That's a made-up word. It doesn't designate a club, or in this case, a mafia. They want you to think, when you think mafia, they want you to think of the Sopranos and Don Corleone and, Vito and Luigi and this kind of thing. Sicily. They don't want you to think of Kiev or, most of all, they don't want you to think of the good old Khazars. Now, when Tucker Carlson went to Moscow and he had his big sit-down with Vladimir Putin, one of the first things that Putin did, of course, was he started out the whole process with this big lecture on history, the history of the area or the country that would become modern Russia today. And he started way back when, way back farther than most Americans or even some average humans would probably go. But I was thinking, dude, you didn't go back far enough. Why don't you go back to the people that came there and conquered the Khazars in the longboats and how they sailed up those rivers and how the Khazars weren't expecting them to sail up their rivers in longboats, and that's how they were able to take out those countries. Kind of like Kiev, it's got that big river right there. What do they call that river? You guys know? I should know this stuff. Of course I know. Let me see. Anyway, I didn't even want to think at all today. I just got through cooking. Well, I didn't cook. I helped cook. Laura, that turkey was insane. Laura sent me a turkey and a bunch of other stuff. I've got Jose over here with me, and we're kind of chilling right now. Jose's trying to load a game. Is that the game still loading? Fuck. That's incredible. Was it 50%? Oh, my God. 39%. 49. Oh, wow. Maybe by the end of the show, he'll have his game loaded. I'm playing games too right now, and I'm playing, I'll tell you, if I'm playing a video game, of course, it's got to be good, but it's to escape reality. I can't stand reality. I mean, obviously, as you know, there's things going on, and I'm, with hating life, I'm like, okay, I've got to find an escape. And usually, best escapes for me are helping people or doing something constructive. And even that right now is hard for me. But mostly, I want to do that because I can't stand this shit coming from Trump and the deceivers, those tribal types that won't even say who they are. They run everything. They run this thing called the Khazar Mafia, Khazarians. I mean, they went so far as to suggest that this concept of the Khazar thing was actually saying that most of the people that were considered themselves to be Jewish were actually of this Eastern European, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's Khazar. There's another word for it now. Anyway, and it has no connection to Solomon. They're not Semites per se. Okay, they have no connection to Israel. They're not Semites. They're these Eastern Europeans. I can't remember what they call these guys. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, point is that they're coming out now and saying that you're a conspiracy. I mean, this is stuff that is like, not only is it insane that it's left out of the literature and the school books and the common, discourse, but now they're trying to say that you're some sort of a white racist supremacist if you even, think that this is real. That's just insane. I mean, I remember growing up thinking that the poor people in the Soviet Union were somehow backwards and forced to listen to bullshit. And then they pull this kind of crap. And I got to tell you, how many times the United States have to shove absolute bullshit down your throat and you get over it, and they do it over and over and over again. I mean, come on. Jet fuel does not melt steel, especially the tiny amount that's in a jet. It doesn't melt, million tons of steel. Come on, guys, hardened steel. It doesn't happen. Okay? I mean, and on and on and on. That was not sunlight bouncing off the glass at Waco. That was machine gun bullets being fired into the building. Little things like that. They lie. 9/11. Take your pick. Flight 800. JFK, and on and on and on and on. Hell, Charlie Kirk. Come on. A 30-06. The little guy shot his grandpa's 30-06, took it apart, ran away, shoved it in his skinny jeans, and ran off. That was not a 30-06 that hit his fucking neck. It would have taken his fucking head off. Anybody that has shot a 30-06 knows damn well what it's like. A 308 kicks like fuck. A 30-06, let me see. How much more powerful is a 30-06? Well, it's at least 50% more power than a 308, which is pretty much the largest, well, it's what we call a medium machine gun bullet. There's a light machine gun, medium machine gun, and heavy machine gun. A heavy is a half-inch caliber, a 50 caliber. A medium is a 30 caliber or a 308, and a light is a 223. That thing that hit his neck could have been a 223, but even that would have been probably too big and too loud, and it would have been going too fast. This bang, the sound is not just the gas is coming out of the gun. It's the speed of the bullet. That's why the snipers and the killers like to use really slow bullets. That's why when they came to me and they wanted to use lasers, it's because their bullets traveled in a high arc because they're going really slow. But, of course, Charlie Kirk's shooter was right up next to him. Of course, now the latest, according to Candace Owens, so I think he knows what she's talking about. She's got some pretty good research behind her. She's saying that none other than the French Foreign Legion was involved, not just the Egyptian special forces. None of this, it's like when you think about it, does this seem far-fetched? Not at all. These are the same crazy fucks that think that pipsqueak Europe that can't field a jet unless they all put their resources together. They can't do anything unless they all work together, that are like nothing now except ego and history. They don't have the real estate. They don't have the population. They don't have anything. They don't have the resources. And yet somehow they think that they are preordained and destined to control greater countries like the United States, Russia, and China. So when you look at guys like Macron, would he kill to keep Brigitte's cock secret? Would he kill Charlie Kirk? Maybe Charlie Kirk and Candace were going to get up and talk about Brigitte. I don't know. Who knows? It's all fucking crazy. But we know that the lies are insane. We know that fucking the FBI, Mr. Bug Eyes, the Hindu with his pagan bracelet. There's any hope that we have that he is legitimate, righteous, sincere, or has any integrity whatsoever is completely gone. Pam Bondi. People, did you hear that Pam Bondi says that Trump wants to take away handguns in the United States? Are you fucking kidding me? It doesn't get any worse. Oh, yeah, it actually does get worse. He wants to make marijuana illegal in the United States, or they're calling it cannabis, so you don't realize that what they're talking about is your fucking pot. All those billions of dollars. I mean, I'm sitting here right now looking at 4 jars. Of course, they're on sale today, half off, because it's a happy holiday. But each one of these jars normally goes for $65. Let me tell you, they're beautiful. And this product that's in this stuff is insane. And I'll tell you something about this product, which is something that you really got to consider, is that they're strains, they're biological. They don't last forever. You can't make them last forever. They come and they go. And when they're gone for good, like sour diesel and stuff like that. It's gone. Blueberry, snow haze. There's all kinds of wonderful stuff. It's just history now. Could you imagine a product like Budweiser or Coca-Cola or something like that didn't have continuity and continuous, availability? Not this industry. And yet, it needs to be destroyed because it's taking shitloads of money from the pharmaceuticals industry, who've already bankrupted our country to the tune of, and I'm talking about the USA now, to the tune of $40 trillion. If you guys have been paying attention, yes, it's $40 trillion that has been taken by the pharmaceutical. But hey, people aren't eating their Zoloft and their whatever bullshit narcotics and crap that big pharma is trying to push, because now you can get gummies, and you can take a gummy and you can take a little nibble on it, and now you're happy for the rest of the day. It's like Main Street America has discovered gummies, people, and the pharmaceutical industry is shaking. So that shit's got to go. And you better make the handguns illegal, because when Grandma finds out you're going to take away her gummies and she's going to have to start buying those pills again because of her arthritis, she's going to take that fucking 38 out of her purse and fucking come looking for you. I think they're getting afraid of that shit. Did you hear about Sam Altman's ex-boyfriend got ripped off for $11 million in crypto today? Hey, people, guess what? Everybody, your crypto is fucked. Everyone thought that they were making their money secure by putting it in crypto, because somehow you could hide it and make it in such a way that banks or IRS or whoever couldn't get it. It was liquid. You could move it around and do all sorts of, cryptic things with it. Well, some dude, all they did was put on a UPS uniform, went to Sam Altman's boyfriend's house, and I guess it was a $14 million house in San Francisco or some shit. Gay dude, obviously, so who knows? He probably didn't put up a lot of fight. But anyway, wrapped his ass up in duct tape, tortured him a little bit. I heard that some of the torture involved speakerphone phone calls. I guess they probably called his current boyfriend and made him listen while they were beating his ass. Anyway, bottom line is they got the guy to give up the passwords to his fucking wallet, and they took out all of his crypto. Now, what are you going to do? Nothing. That's the nature of crypto. That's why you got the crypto. So you don't have bank vaults and times and guards and all that crap going on, restrictions to keep you from doing things and keep people from doing things to you to get to your money. So, wow. All that freedom, wow. That Glock that got smacked on your face, there's your freedom right there. If you don't have your own Glock, I guess you're fucked, huh? You want freedom? Better buy that Glock. If you haven't, that's right. Trump wants to take that Glock away from you. Oh, but he wants to sell you crypto too. Do you have any idea of how much money Trump has made on crypto? And yet he'll sit there and swear up and down that he doesn't have anything to fucking do with shit, because it's all his family now running it. Eric, his son Eric, now is running it, doing a fine job. Eric, the dimmest bulb, the dullest knife in the drawer of the whole Trump dynasty, he's the one running everything right now. So when everything goes to hell, Eric goes, just like he did already with this whole Letitia James shit in New York. I mean, oh my God, you guys think that was a farce? No. All you got to do is look into the whole Trump Foundation. I mean, they took Eric's original foundation, which was 2 people, and they got a hold of it and basically made it like 20 people on the foundation, and it became completely corrupt. I mean, come on, guys. It's like, seriously, the family's completely corrupt. I mean, geez, the family dynasty is built on prostitution and slumlord housing. How you think that's good for America? Fuck. That's the only good song I know. Anyway. I should have that playing in the background, right? or you notice how not Tucker, but that idiot, obviously not Tucker, but the one that's trying to, what's his name? Stein, Ben Stein, or whatever his name is. Ben, you know who I'm talking about. Fucking asshole. Anyway, see it? My brain's not working. I can't remember these guys, but you know who I'm talking about. Anyway, that fucker, he's wearing his yarmulke now. He never wore that before. Now he wears it everywhere. They probably paid him and said, you will wear your yarmulke now. Ben Stein, Ben Stiller, what is that fucker's name? See? It's good that I don't know him. Mr. Podcaster fuck. I know Candace, though. I hear she's number one. All right, dudes, listen. Back to reality here. Okay. All right, let me just... The reality, let's just start with the war real quick. Okay, anybody that thinks that... I mean, still, seriously, these assholes still say... You know what they're saying in Europe right now? They're saying that Trump, with his ridiculous 23-point peace plan, is snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, or some shit like that, or snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Whatever the fuck, it's the bass backwards. Ukraine's dead. If you've seen the cities are falling faster than you can keep track of. My God, it's over. It's over. Come on. The peace plan, they're saying, part of this peace plan is that Ukraine's going to have 650,000 troops. And the Europeans are going, oh, no, how dare you try to limit the number of troops? Hell, they've only got like 200,000 right now. I mean, they had a million-man army. They're down to 200,000. Like, what? Seriously, it's so insane. I'll tell you why you know it's bad right now, okay? How you know it's bad. I know it's bad because they're killing the mercenaries, all right? There's film coming out now. And this shit bothers me because these are Christian men doing this shit, as far as I know. But they're not fucking around with the non-Ukrainian fighters. That when they find them, they shoot them, lay them on the ground, and shoot them. This is this kind of stuff the Nazis do, but they don't care. You're not Ukrainian. You're from another country. They're not going to go through the trouble. You're not gonna go home. They're not going to make any. They're not going to tell anybody where you are. You're fucked. And there's a lot of Americans there right now. And there's film of some Russian special forces taking out some American guys, pistol shots. And you see these guys holding up their hands. No, don't shoot, with their little GoPros on their movie cameras on their helmets. And you're thinking, wow. This is your soldier life. This is what you thought this is what you signed up for. You thought is this what you thought you were going to do to the other guy? Why would you want to do that? I just don't understand. Have your life just come to a quick end because the game you were playing just somebody you fell in a trap. Somebody got you. Your partner got nailed, and then you got wounded, and you didn't get they didn't bother to take you to a medic. Pistol shot to the head. Yeah. Serious fucking shit. But you know what? Russians are getting pretty confident. They don't have time. They're moving fast. They're dealing with foreign mercenaries. They know they're like, how dare you? How dare you get involved in this fight? It's one thing that they have to fight their brother Slavs, but then to have foreigners, coming in there, not getting any mercy. And I suppose these films that are being released of these foreigners being executed is intended to, send a little reality message to some of these people who are signing up and thinking that their superior Western skills are going to somehow, give them the advantage in Ukraine. It's pretty sad. Anyway, yeah, I'd like to see that go away real quick. And obviously, it's not going to be decided in any kind of peace conference whatsoever. It will be decided on the battlefield. And I'll tell you, that's just the way it's becoming. And this fucking asshole Trump, wow, he's pretty scary when it comes to actually leading this country. And the very fact that he wants to use our massive military might against fucking Maduro in Ukraine, or not Ukraine, but Venezuela, so that we can take their incredible amounts of natural resources. Just absolute fucking piracy. And they're going to call that we're fighting narco-terrorists. I mean, Trump is a fucking narco-terrorist. He's the head of fucking Intertel. He's the fucking Intertel. What, you're going to tell me Maduro is not Intertel? It's fucking insane. That's why I'd rather play fucking video games, to be honest. I'm playing this one right now called The Infected. I found it was like $14 or some stuff. I'm like, wow. It's an open world, which means you can run around and do whatever. But you have to fight zombies, you know. I'm actually playing God mode because, you know, I just like building. I don't feel like fighting zombies or having to worry about eating. And I realized one thing. I'm just going to share this with you real quick. I was telling Jose earlier, but I realized that one of the things that's actually interesting thing to think of in God mode, you can sit there. You don't have to feed yourself. You don't have to stay warm. You don't have to fight off things that are trying to kill you. If you want to, you can just stand there and ignore everything. And I realized, wow, that is a godlike power. The ability to be completely unfazed by everything and to do absolute nothing and not be affected by time or anything should you choose. Wow, what a concept to think of. Anyway, I'm not going to ponder on that. But, you know, I was trying to find some metaphors. I mean, right before the show started, I thought, wow, are there any metaphors that I could use to this silly-ass show? And I thought, well, yeah, there are actually some metaphors because I was thinking about how, you know, well, first of all, I'm thinking about how thankful I am for the people that helped with this mission, how we wouldn't have anything. You know, we wouldn't have built anything without all the effort of all these different people, the various different components that each one of them fulfills and becomes and little jobs that they do. And it's incredible to watch. I mean, it's slow, but it's happening. But, you know, I look at my silly game that I'm playing. Usually a lot of these survival games are the same thing. They dump you out in the wild wilderness. And real life is the same thing, too. But usually it involves the first thing you do is you get a stone, a rock, and maybe two rocks, and you hit one rock against the other rock, and you make a tool on the edge, and then you attach it to a stick, and now you got a hatchet. You can chop down trees and then take it from there. Next thing you know, you got a stone pick and even beyond it, and before you know it, you've got a turbine diesel engine. You know, I mean, come on. But it all starts out with that stone, and it's not just those tools, but it's also all the little stuff that all the stones and tools and logs and sticks and everything that you pick up along the way, and every little bit of it goes into building this big, massive, giant thing. You know, and I like to think that all of you people that are involved in this stuff are similar. You know, it's not like you're food, you're being consumed, but no, you're all doing stuff, and I think like the stone, you know, if there's enough, I have enough stones, you know, I can chop down that big giant tree. I can do this big monstrous thing. I can accomplish these incredible tasks if I just start out with this one thing, you know, keep going, you know, one whack at a time until I get high tech. And before you know it, I've got myself an iron axe or steel axe, but I still need those stones to sharpen that thing. And you guys, I need enough stones. And so that's never going to go away. Okay? And that's kind of you guys. You gotta help me chop these motherfuckers down. Okay? Because I'll tell you, this crap that's going on, this shit that pisses me off, this shit that drives me insane that these motherfuckers do right in front of our fucking faces every fucking day, every fucking year, forever. And they're going to keep doing it. And they don't care. And they're getting worse and worse. And they're not hiding it. And they think you're going to like it. And if you don't like it, fuck you. We're going to fuck you big if you even try to fucking resist our shit. And yet I'm sitting there thinking, okay, all right, fuck you. I'm not gonna freak out. I'm not gonna get pissed off. I'm not gonna scream about all the bullshit. I'm not gonna scream about you trying to take away my weed or trying to take away handguns or trying to make me take a fucking digital ID or fucking all this bullshit that you're doing. You know, trying to stick me with needles and shit. No, I'm not going to scream about that shit all day. You know what I'm going to go keep focusing on that one fucking thing that's going to kill every single one of those motherfuckers. Because I've been saying for the longest fucking time that things like, you know, Pizzagate and take your pick, Epstein Island and all this shit, they're just fucking leaves. Single fucking leaves on the big giant fucking tree that we call pedophilia, or in this case Satanism, or our enemy. And Fuck all those fucking leaves. I'm going right for the base of that tree with my fucking axe, and we're going to cut that fucker down. And we're going to fucking do it. And I need all of you to help me make those fucking tools. Be the fucking tool. Be my fucking tool. Make my tools fucking sharp. Make it so it cuts that fucker down quick. That's what I want. Cut that fucker down. Don't bitch about the fucking leaves. Don't complain about the fucking leaves. It's always the fucking leaves, those damn leaves. It's always the leaves. The leaves did it again. Fuck those leaves. Chop the fucker down. Bitching about the leaves. I don't need you posting, oh, the fucking leaves. Did you hear what the Rothschild family did? Those fucking leaves? You know what they fucking did? Fuck that. I don't care. Chop down the whole fucking tree. It's called the Getty. Fuck everything. Fuck all your leaves. Chop the fucking tree down. The heart of Dracula? Maybe you don't get that. How about the root, the base of the fucking tree? You're going to take your fucking axe and we're going to hit that fucking tree right there at the base, and we're going to make a big old fucking divot until we eat through the entire fucking tree, and it'll fall down and die. And that's how we're going to do this. We're not going to bitch about it. We're going to chop away at it every fucking day. That's what Occupy the Getty is. Period. Every fucking meme, every little video, every time you say Occupy the Getty to somebody that doesn't know about it, every sticker, every placard, every poster, every whatever the fuck, every page you open up in Telegram or wherever the fuck, every time you get banned from some fucking group and you go back in and do it again, because you were talking about Occupy the Getty or you dared say Stephen D. Kelly, fuck it. Death by 1,000 cuts. In this case, death by 1,000 chops. We will kill these motherfuckers. This thing is going down. There have been so many fucking chops in this fucking thing that it's starting to fucking teeter. We can finish this bitch off if we just do it a little more, a little harder. So that's what I would like to see you guys do. Seriously. And, I'll tell you, it just takes motivation. It just takes you guys, seriously, motivation. Get out there and get motivated. You think, why in the fuck would I do this? You're not getting paid. You're not getting any kind of notoriety, publicity, or popularity. You're not going to get anything. If anything, you'll get shit on. You'll get people saying you're fucking crazy. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Because those people, they like looking at those fucking leaves and talking about it. But fuck that. You can talk about that shit all day. I'm going to chop that fucking thing down, and you can talk about it when it's on the fucking ground dead. And then we can burn the fucker. Okay? But I am not going to waste my fucking time, and I hope you guys can just continue to help me. And even if you don't help me, I'll keep fucking chopping away. You know that the fuck I will. What else have I got to do? But I would like to see that bitch fall over real soon. That's all I really have to say. All right, anyway, people, I want to remind you all, first of all, hi to the guys over there in tinfoil. Hi to the people in my group. I want you guys to join me in Telegram, all right? And that's at the Stephen D. Kelly page. You're not Stephen D. Kelly page, sorry. It's the... oh, my God. I just turned on this commercial. It's about fucking prostate massage. Let me turn that shit off. The Occupy the Gay / Stephen D. Kelly on Telegram, obviously. And obviously, I don't let people talk about crypto. I don't like, there's moderators in there that will control everything because obviously we're very mission oriented. But at the same time, you got to have a place to go where we all are. So if you could talk about something actually mission related, you have a place to do it. And where else are you going to go, right? So no bullshit. This is kind of what I recommend. First thing you do is join me on Telegram. And, of course, send me an email to Law17Gun. And that way you can talk about Jedi, becoming a Jedi, or getting a copy of the book, or whatever. instructions for this or that. Healing is a big deal. I do healing all the time now. I mean, oh my God. Oh yeah, James Ring. You guys know James Ring, Mr. Super Soldier dude over there. He's dying. I'm working on him. I'm trying to save him, of course. But it's rough. He's got some serious issues. I don't know if it's heart or liver or both, but they said he only had a month or two to live, maybe 3. So if you know him, obviously we want, any kind of positive thoughts, obviously, are very important. We want to keep him alive if we can, just because. And what else do I want to say? Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, people. And thank you again, Laura, for sending me the groceries. That turkey was pretty good. I think. Was the turkey okay, Jose? Come on. It came out okay, didn't it? It was okay, he says. All right. But anyway, thank you for that. And also everyone else who contributed for the holidays, thank you for that, of course. And if you want to contribute economically, because, every little bit helps. I mean, I actually noticed I got a big cavity in my tooth. Oh my God, I'm looking forward to dealing with that. But yeah, if you want to contribute, it's PayPal, of course, and it's Stephen Kelly 714 at yahoo.com, and you gotta say friend or family. All right, no taxes. And we'll get our T-shirt thing up here pretty soon. I think that Jose's working on that. If you need to deal with him, if you want to get some Occupy gear, just get a hold of him in the page and in the Telegram group, and make him help you. What else? That's really it, guys. You got the PayPal, you got the email. Like I said, I'm kind of turkeyed out. I actually did the dishes afterwards, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. But what can I say? I'm gonna chill. Yeah, every Thanksgiving we have a show, believe it or not. People think, oh, is there going to be no show? No, of course. There's going to be a show, of course. Such as it is. All right, maybe, who knows? I mean, God willing, I'll be here next year, and maybe wonderful, great things will have happened that we can be all thankful for. But right now, I'm going to just say that I'm thankful for all the work and help that I get from all of you. That's really the big thing, okay? The efforts that I've put out all these years have paid off in a big way, in the fact that there's a shitload of people that know about this stuff and actively support it. And, support it as much as you can. I mean, it's not like people are writing me checks. I'm not asking for that, but you know what I mean. I mean, there's people out there that do a lot of footwork. Let's just put it that way. And eventually, we'll have millions and millions more of you. And I know that's going to happen. And that's going to be between here and there, okay? And the closer we get, the faster this stuff happens. So it's exciting to watch. All right? Anyway, it's like you guys over there in Tinfoil Hat. Who was it that randomly made 3 or 4 Truth Cat Radio graphics? I'm like, oh, damn. See, people, I don't even do that. You people that think I make all these memes, I don't make these memes. I mean, I used to make memes all the time, but hardly any. I mean, we have a meme team. We have people that make memes, do videos. I mean, seriously, these guys that are doing the videos, they don't mess around. They're using all the AI and everything else, and they work together and compile stuff. And yeah, there's whole teams doing this stuff, people. It goes through lots of editing and revisions and everything else. So I'm pretty amazed by it. And at the same time, I don't edit it. I don't say, to me, it's difficult to watch any of this stuff because sometimes you guys like to use me talking, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to watch me talk. But, hey, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. I want you guys to do whatever you can, whatever stupid thing that you can think of, because something that I look at that may be that I'm going to look at like, oh my God, I would never do that. That's going to be the thing, the magic bullet that brings these guys down. It chops down that fucking tree, okay? Help me do that. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave it at that. I noticed a lot of you here. We got Australia in the house. Okay. We got Canada. Dude, you got in here a little bit late, but again, there's going to be a loop, and you don't have to listen to it now. You can listen to it anytime during the week, because when it goes on a loop, it just plays over and over and over 24/7 for the whole week. And then after that, hopefully somebody has put it somewhere. I'm too lazy here, tired to put it on my own Rumble anymore. People don't understand. Why don't you do it? You guys don't realize I've got oh my God, how many videos have I got? I don't know. Truth Cat radio shows, modern ones, just on Truth Cat Radio, at least 450 something, I think. That doesn't count the ones from the other stations and the ones from other people. So, yeah, it's kind of a pain to keep up with. And I'd rather play video games right now, if you don't mind. I love getting lost in this crap. And I think, do I feel guilty about that? No. You know why? Because I already did the work, man. You guys are out there. The fucking flame is burning. You guys are spreading it around. You guys, I mean, I used to throw sparks all over the place, and fuckers would come and stomp on them as quick as I could throw these sparks out. Now I got guys carrying torches and all over the fucking place. I mean, I'm looking at the map right now. We got, like I said, well, I mean, I got the UK, I got Czech, I got South Africa, I got Australia, Canada. Where the hell is, there should be so many more, right? Obviously. When I was on Russia Today, man, I was hitting all different parts of the world, but oh well. They blocked me, right? All right, everybody, keep doing what you're doing, okay? Help me out. And if you didn't think I had an exciting show, I didn't, burn anybody's face off. It's all good, but maybe next time, you know what I mean? I don't need the stress. I'd rather play God mode than go through the stress of having to fight these fucking zombies. It's kind of like when we do our Jedi shit. Seriously, guys, when we do our Jedi work, we're playing in God mode. They can't fuck us up. They can't. We come home every night. We don't have to respawn. We don't do nothing. They don't kill us. We slaughter those fuckers, and there's nothing they can do. Jedi definitely use God mode for sure. I know it's not a video game either. It's the real deal. They thought that the military thought they were the only ones that were going to be doing this shit. They didn't think that they were going to be going up against people like me, motherfuckers. All right, I'm going to leave you with that. And I'm going to remind you once again, my name is Stephen D. Kelly, and this is the Stephen D. Kelly Show. We are Truth Cat Radio, www.truthcatradio.com, and more. Mr. Kitten is getting skinny. Holy crap, I've been trying to get him extra food. Everything, it's like, oh, so scary. Anyway, he's a feisty dude, though. It's only 6:43. It is now 6:43. It is November 27, 2025. Yep. 66 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly clear but dark in La Puente, California. All right. Anyway, I'll see you in the group, okay? Send me an email, say hi, whatever. I love it. This is the only response I get. I don't know what the fuck's going on in my family. I don't get it personal. I'm going to go play video games and just revel in the damage I'm doing to the fucking enemy with all the chops to their fucking root of their tree. Fuck you. That's what I'm going to say when their tree's falling. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And thank you for keeping my axe sharp so that I can make a truth axe and chop this motherfucker's tree down. I really appreciate all your effort in helping me build that fucking axe and helping me keep it sharp, all right? And let's make bigger axes and chainsaws. I want that fucking chainsaw. Come on, guys, all right? Find me a fucking chainsaw, okay? All right, I'll talk to you all later, okay? Adios. My name is Stephen D. Kelly. Good night. God bless. Adios. And goodbye.